Excuse me?
We're really good friends.
We're good friends about what?
And I don't know, honestly, I will apologize in advance because I'm not sure of anything. I'm just making assumptions, and if my assumptions are incorrect, then I'll apologize. When you can sit down, I'll tell you.
Oh, you can tell me from here.
I mean, I told Alan as soon as people started complaining that his integrity and the integrity of the pool are the most important things, and that he should zero me out if he needs to, and that's the end of it.
Why'd you call him?
What'd you say?
Why did you call him?
Because this is why you and Brooks are such good friends. I've been putting the lines in these pools for like how many years now?
Yeah, okay.
So what I do every single time, and I relax yourself.
I'm listening. I'm very.
On your face already. Before as soon as I finish entering the line, every time, without exception, right afterwards I enter my picks.
Okay.
I belong to Eddie Silver's pool, which is on CBS Sports Line 2, and to this pool.
Okay.
Enter picks at the same time. Obviously, it's my fault if I hit save, it didn't save, or if something happened. It's my fault. It's my fault for not checking.
Maybe the Rolex were right. Maybe there was a glitch.
No, it's my fault if I didn't check. I said you have to zero it out because it's my fault that I didn't check.
So why would you call him?
Why wouldn't you? Well,
why would you call him to say, well, by the way, I didn't get my picks?
Why wouldn't you and Brooks not just tell me?
Tell you what?
As soon as you noticed I didn't get the picks, then why would you just
No one knew you didn't get your picks until they opened up at 12:30.
12:30 is still before the games.
That's the deadline. But that's the deadline.
But when you're talking about someone who's the first person to enter the picks every week because he does it like clockwork every single week, every time, clearly something happened. I mean,
yeah, you missed your picks. You missed your picks. Seth, I know what happened. I'm not stupid. I know. Yeah.
So
Wednesday when you put the lines up, you were in Israel and that was a holiday.
No, it doesn't matter. But I entered Eddie's picks and they went in. I put them both in together. So now you're just calling me a liar. Now you can leave.
Well,
because I knew.
I'm
telling you.
I said maybe.
The picks.
Okay, but the answer.
You know what happens?
It doesn't matter.
I'll tell you what happens. If you have a bad internet connection, sometimes you hit save. Maybe the thing doesn't process.
So then you lost over.
It's fine. It happens.
Okay.
It's my fault. I didn't check.
Can I ask you a question? What time did you put your picks in?
I only took games that had. I took the Giants who were losing and games that hadn't started yet.
Why didn't you take a team that was losing by 28 instead of taking?
I took the games that hadn't started yet.
Why didn't you take? If you wanted to be a stand-up guy, you should have taken the Thursday loser. That's what you should have done.
Alan said to me, "You can put in whatever you want," and I said,
"Oh, whatever you want. Okay, I'll take the Thursday winner."
So I said to him, "That would be ridiculous. There's no possible way I could do that." So the Giants were one of my picks, and they're losing, so I'm going to take the Giants. And then the other 5 games, I got to take the games that didn't start yet. That's exactly what I did.
So basically, the Giants weren't losing till halftime. So you put your picks in at halftime?
My picks in at halftime.
That's kind of ballsy, if you ask me.
Well, I didn't do it on my own. I asked him.
Well, you did do it on your own. You didn't.
He said yes.
He knew that you were going to take a game in progress.
Yeah.
You told him that you were going to take.
Yes.
No, you told him you were going to take all late games.
No.
And then, did you know there were only 5 late games?
Yes.
So you told. Wait. So you told.
453. That's You got to go in through here. Do you have this building right
here?
But if you don't have a key, maybe he'll be nice enough to let you in and come back.
Well, these ladies are walking in right now. They'll let you in.
It's this section over here.
Yeah. When you get in, you make a right. It's the last section.
I just finished telling you. He told me I could put whatever picks I want.
Whatever you want.
So I said that's insane, because then people will think that I can't do that. So I said, so what I'll do is I'll take the Giants because it's a legit pick, and I can.
You told them you were taking a game in progress. You told.
They were losing anyway.
So why didn't you take a team that was losing by 28-0?
But I could have done that also.
Well, Seth, don't you understand?
To you, though,
it does. It does. I know they lost anyway, but that's irrelevant. That's irrelevant.
You still would have wanted my picks zeroed out.
You, of course, Brooks, Seth, I'm not. It's not you.
Well, here's what I'm saying.
It's not you. It's everybody.
I got it. But here's what I'm saying.
That's the end of it.
If you called me at 12:30,
I wouldn't have called you. I wouldn't have called you. I wouldn't have called you. I missed my picks. That's it.
It's just not nice.
What is that?
I
Seth,
don't miss
why
my picks. I'm telling you, Eddie's picks.
But
you can go look at the
whatever
timestamp.
the answer.
Listen
Seth,
to me.
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't make it.
It doesn't make it. It doesn't make it different.
Every week for 5 years, the same thing.
It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant.
Every time.
It's irrelevant.
It's irrelevant.
You missed the picks, but you went. You wanted to get in because it was the 3-week rollover, and you couldn't. You didn't want to lose out on.
I didn't care about that.
No.
I actually said to Al, again, you're wrong.
I'm wrong on everything. I'm wrong on everything. But you put it. But you put your picks in at halftime. You put your picks in at 3 o'clock.
2:30. The biggest.
You got a lot of nerve. That's nerve. That's nerve.
The biggest problem that you and Brooks have is you could never admit that there's ever another side to the story.
There's no other side.
Okay.
So then basically, the Ceronics were right. I should have let them get their picks in. It was 12:35. He sent me an email that was timestamped.
Listen to me.
They were right then.
Listen to me.
No, were they right?
Listen.
Why didn't they let them in? Why didn't they let them in?
I'm not them because
Oh, you're special.
I do the same thing
Oh, you're special.
every single
If
week.
you're special.
Listen, I thought.
Seth,
you wanna know
you
the truth?
missed your
I'll tell you
picks.
the truth.
That's it.
I'll
End
tell
of
you
story.
The truth is, if you want to know the honest, objective truth, the fact that I put anything in at 2:30 was completely ridiculous. I agree with that. But I also think that it's equally ridiculous that you, Ed Brooks, wouldn't call me at 12:31 and say, what happened? You always get your picks in. What happened? And then for you to argue if my picks weren't in at 12:31, but they were in by 12:35 would be also ridiculous.
First of all,
First
of all, the reason neither me or Brooks called you, and I'll tell you the reason why, is because, and I'll quote your words, quote unquote, it's been such a pleasure not to have to talk to you guys for such a long time. When we called you about how did the Cerrone's get in the pool, that was your line to us.
I had nothing to do with that.
No. I don't care.
I had nothing. All
I said when we called you up that time about the Cerrone's, you said
because you guys, when we get into there's two different things.
And
if you can't make a distinction between these two,
there's no different thing. Why should you get your pick? If I was running the pool,
do I address what you just said now for a second, and maybe we forget about the pool? 1 second, can I address the line?
Sure, guys, address the line.
When we're going to have a conversation like this, it's annoying because you and Brooks and the Cerrone's both, you have this in common.
No, don't compare me to the Cerrone's. You're dead wrong on this, no matter what way you slice it.
Okay, great.
Should I let Brooks? Let's say I was running the pool, and Brooks called me up at 12:31. Oh shit, I forgot the ball. Would I let him in the pool?
Let me ask you.
I'm asking you this question: Would I let him put his?
Would you?
Would I?
No.
Okay, so then why should you be special?
I agree you would not.
Then it's a hard deadline for everyone. You're not special because you're putting up lines or whatever you're doing.
I put my picks in.
I know, Seth.
Every single week.
So have I.
Every week.
So have
right
I.
After I put the lines in. I never miss it.
I understand.
It has nothing to do with being
I understand. But this time you did.
I can prove that to you because I have Eddie's picks in at that exact moment.
It's irrelevant.
Somehow this didn't save.
Now,
I don't think.
Tough luck.
I don't think there's a glitch in the system. I think what happened, it was probably saving. It didn't save. I didn't notice it.
And that's it. That's it.
That's probably
that's
what
the end of it.
For you to say that I didn't do it, which you really
I didn't say you did or you didn't. All I said was
do it every
whatever the answer is, it wasn't there at 12:30. You should be locked out of the pool, like anybody else. That's it. I would lock myself out of the pool.
Two different questions now. If you asked me, would you have allowed Brooks to put them in at 12:31? The answer is absolutely.
Would I have allowed myself to put in my own picks at 12?
Probably not as well.
No, definitely not.
Okay.
Definitely not. I would not have.
You wouldn't have done it yourself.
I wouldn't have called anybody. I would have said, "Oh shit, I missed my pick."
You would have called Brooks. And Brooks would have said, "Don't do it," and you would have said, "You're right." That's what would have happened.
Bullshit! I would have never put my. I would have never put my picks in. I wouldn't have even asked. I wouldn't have even asked.
Should you have been allowed in, or should I have been?
Absolutely not.
I think the answer is yes.
So then,
not at 2:30.
So basically, someone also emailed the guy Steinmetz at 12. Claims he emailed whatever. No, this was another.
His son. Jason, wasn't it? Jason.
One of the guys, Jason, another guy, and another guy.
Brooks would complain, right?
Huh?
You know, it was only you and Brooks.
We're the only one that noticed.
Okay, it doesn't matter.
It's a hard deadline. That's it. So basically,
I'm sorry. I just have to. And this is not your fault. It's my fault that I'm completely senile, and then I don't remember what I'm going to say unless there was something else you mentioned that was again dead wrong.
I'm dead wrong on everything.
That you don't know me.
I don't care about you. I know that you put in picks past 12:30.
Huh? You think I cared about the rollover? You're wrong.
You cared about the rollover and the yearly standings. I know what you cared about.
Not the rollover.
Oh no, you could care less about $3,500.
I was willing to take I told Alan I should win this week. But I don't want to be out for
But you made yourself in a position to win. If you were so worried about the standings, you should have been. I would have actually had a little bit of respect for you if you said, "I'm going to take the loser on Thursday." That's my sixth pick. But you didn't. You took it.
You wouldn't have allowed it anyway.
No, but I would have had a little bit more respect for you.
But I took the Giants who were losing.
Doesn't matter. Why did you take a team that was losing 28-0? Because that game was 10-9. So you figure. So it was 10-9 at the half. But it doesn't matter. You're halfway through the game. It's nip and tuck.
I legitimately had picked the Giants.
You know what, Seth? I'll tell you what. At the end of Monday night's game, I'm going to tell you I have legitimately picked 6 of the winners. That I legitimately. That's the. You can't get it.
You're asking me honestly my opinion. I already told you.
Well,
if you say to me right now, do you think you did the right thing or Alan did the right thing by letting you put any picks in at all at 2:30? Asking me that question honestly. The answer to that question is absolutely not. Okay. I had no.
Then why'd you do it?
I got it.
Then why'd you do it?
But I also believe with all of my heart that in my case specifically because you know I get my picks in every week.
Every
and when I do, and I do it immediately after putting it, I don't vary from this in any way.
But there are
Every
people
single
that have
week.
it.
But having being someone who's somewhat in charge of the pool, who has done the same thing every single week.
Okay.
Clearly, I had a problem. So let me finish. So if you, as a friend, let's say you were still running the pool. If you, as a friend, at 12:30 or 12:35, before the game started, saw that I didn't get my picks in, and you know that every week I do it right after Alan knew that. That's the only reason he let me do it. He said, every week your picks are in right away. You say the lines are up. I look up. I see the lines. I see your picks. What happened this week?
Well, I love how you.
Every week.
I love how you're twisting it that I
I'm
should have
telling
called
you the
you.
truth.
I should have called you.
I think, no, and the
Who
last
even
thing-
pays attention to the pool?
Well,
I said, Brooks called me up and they said, oh yeah, I noticed 3 people didn't get their picks in and Seth was one of them. I said, oh, okay, whatever. That's what that happens.
And the other issue is, there's a distinction between whether you want to be grouped with the Sorolniks or people of your type.
They're morons. They're morons.
There's a distinction between having an argument with you and having to fight about stuff that you and Brooks have to be right about because you're right about everything.
Well,
Stop.
you're 100% wrong.
Okay,
You're not even a scintilla correct.
Unfortunately, this is something that now I brought up, so I started with this. So if you would say to me now in this argument, if your response to me right now would be, or when I first started this discussion was, you made a comment 2 years ago or 3 years ago that you don't want to talk to us about this stuff. You're happy that you know what? You're right. But when it comes to you doing me a favor, I would never not do you a favor.
Seth,
I don't have anything against.
The
I
answer,
consider you a
the
friend,
answer is even.
But you understand. But you're bringing up things that are apples and oranges.
No, I'm not.
You used as your reasoning for not.
No, that wasn't my reasoning. That wasn't my reasoning. That wasn't my reasoning. That's just one thing that came to my mind.
What I meant was, in a situation like this, I would rather not have to fight and argue with you. It just makes life easier for me. But it doesn't mean that I don't consider you a friend, that if I can help you in any way, or if there was anything that we would do together, I'm happy to hang out and help. I just don't want to fight with you.
Let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question. If Ivan or Brooks or anybody, and I'm still running the pool, the pool opens up at 12:31 or whatever. I see Ivan and Brooks didn't get their picks in. Would I call up Brooks and Ivan and say, you know what, Brooks and Ivan, you missed your picks. What are they? I'll put them in. Or would I have called them up and said, you guys both missed your picks?
Okay, so
had your
I'm
man
answering the question. What you would have done, what you should have done are two different things.
Nobody get.
What you would have done is exactly what you say. If anything, for sure, you and Brooks and Ivan are completely honest and consistent, and you would not make any exceptions.
I never let anyone into the pool. Never. Never.
You would never do that. But in my opinion, if it's 12:31, should you in certain cases? Yes.
What? Okay, so basically, forget about the deadline on the. Forget about the deadline on the.
Once the game's
No.
Once there's
Wait, let's do this. Wait,
let's
let's do this. Forget about. So then, basically, what you're saying is, if everyone emails Alan Steinmetz at 12:29, they all have a timestamp at 12:29.
I'll tell you the difference, and I know it's a minor distinction, and you're going to say that it's unfair, and you'll be right. It's unfair because strangers and friends are getting two different sets of rules, and that's not fair overall.
Of course.
I get it.
Well,
But
also, let me ask you. Wait,
hold on. The difference is, Alan cannot be expected to sit at his computer, or you when you were running.
Well, he thinks he is for some reason.
You should not have to sit at your computer for the half hour or 45 minutes or an hour before the games every week just to babysit for people. That's not your job.
Exactly.
But if you happen to see a good friend has screwed up and you voluntarily want to help a friend, I don't think that's the end of it.
Okay, just so you know,
as long as it's not before kick.
Okay, just so you know, 1 year when I was running the pool, what did I run it? 3 years?
I said you would never do it. I said that.
I called your brother, I texted your brother, or I did something to you. I think I texted him. I said, "Yak, it's 12:20. You didn't get your picks in." He said, "Oh shit, thank you, I forgot." So don't tell me I don't look. Huh?
I think that's very nice. That's great. So maybe if you were still running it, you would have called me at 12:20.
I probably would have. But I'm not paying attention.
I understand. See, I'm not fighting with you.
No, the answer is, you know what's that? The answer is, why even had a deadline? Why even have a deadline?
Because you have to have it.
Why? If it's 12:30, then you say it's 12:30. But it's not.
But it should.
It should be. But
and then no one should get.
But that's irrelevant. That this is the deadline.
And by the way, I swear to God, and you can think what you think. I don't care. You'll think whatever you want to think about me. You might not trust Alan. I really didn't care about that week.
I trust Alan.
I really didn't care about that week. I cared about being out.
You
for the
cared
season.
about both.
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't care about you trying to win 30.
If this happened, then my punishment was that first of all, what are the odds I was going to win 1 week anyway, right? There's very slim.
So if you were so worried about,
I didn't want to be out for the season.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you.
That week went 3-3.
Let me ask you.
I think the picks that I picked at the end ended up going 3-3 also, which was weird.
All right, let me ask you this question. Let's say after you put your picks in at halftime, which is a whole separate issue.
Right.
Let's say you wound up winning. You went 6 for 6 with the Giant game. You would feel comfortable taking the money?
I don't know.
If you had any semblance of decency, you would have said, you know what? You're letting me get picks in at 2:30. I'll take a Thursday loser.
Okay.
Right? I mean,
and you know what? If that was what he asked me to do, I would have done that.
Right? You would have done anything. Obviously, you would have done anything.
I really didn't care.
Obviously.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have taken the Giants. They were losing when I took them.
But you could have taken them. You could
take them. I had 5 other picks that I also made. I could have taken one of those. It was winning.
But why didn't you take? Right?
I could have taken. I think I took the Lions. They were losing 28-0. I think I took them also.
You didn't take it. You took 5. The 5.
Lions if the picks I got.
Oh, okay, but
so I think they were
here's the reason why you're not allowed to put picks in at 12:40 or 2:30. You already know what's going on. Maybe players got hurt. Maybe the quarterback got hurt on your 4 o'clock game, and we already have our picks locked in. That's why there's a deadline.
I got it.
It's very simple.
I'm not. There's no sense in finding. We're only arguing one thing. We're arguing one minute thing. We're not arguing anything else.
Yeah.
Just to bring it back to reality here. We're not arguing that. I mean, if you gun to my head, it wasn't right for me to put picks in at 2:30. I get it. I got it. And if I was going to put the picks in, I agree with almost everything you said. And if I was going to put the picks in, it would have been nicer if I took the Thursday night loser already and then took the other 5 picks.
Okay.
Although you're going to admit.
No, I would have still.
You would have wanted them out anyway.
Absolutely.
Really, my concern was I didn't want to be out for the season. I swear to you, that was my
concern. I believe you.
But having that aside, what I do believe, completely honestly, and I understand. Again, I understand there's not supposed to be preferential treatment. When you have someone who, I don't know how many years Brooks has done it. I don't know how old this pool is.
Whatever, 8, 10 years, whatever it is.
I'm telling you, every single
me
time
too.
I do the same thing.
Me too.
No, but I'm the first one in because I make the lines.
Okay.
I do my picks.
And I've never missed my picks either.
You know what? You could actually, and I knew what you were going to respond because I know you for my whole life, right? So your response was going to be, and to satisfy you and Brooks, it was the holiday, you were in a rush, exactly what you said.
Or I don't know.
Right, I got it.
Or maybe it wasn't.
So my response would then be to you, so then I will show you, Hallie. Hold on, I get it. You're going to say it's not the point. But let me finish it.
Really not. I know. You can prove to me that you put it in, but
every week, this is week 6.
I know you have.
I will show you, hold on.
I know. The lines are up, yes, picks today. I know that.
No, forget that.
I know that.
I will show you every week, not just that. I will show you every week where the lines are up, my picks are in this pool, and my picks are in Eddie's pool.
Okay.
Eddie's pool, all the same time.
I understand.
So this particular week, the lines went up, and my picks went up for Eddie's pool at the same time.
Okay.
The picks didn't take for this. Am I lying? Am I
No.
really lying?
No.
So between 12:30 and 1, it would have killed you. And again, I know that wasn't the case anyway, but it would have killed you to call me and to say you didn't get your picks in, and you still wouldn't have allowed, you still wouldn't have wanted it, and you still wouldn't have believed
Why
it.
would I call you after the deadline if I wouldn't even do it if I was running the pool?
If I'm making this argument to you, you don't think there's any merit in anything I'm saying?
No, I wouldn't allow anybody into the pool past 12:30.
I hear that.
But I still don't. The one question I still don't understand that I have for you: why'd you call Alan? If you said it's not, you tell me you picked up the phone. Hello, Alan. Yeah, I missed my picks. It's not right if I put them in. I should put them in. Okay.
I called Alan and I said the following. I said, first of all, it turns out.
Why'd you call him?
It turns out he emailed me at about 12:45. I didn't get the email. It was out.
Okay. Why'd you call him?
So I'm telling you why.
Okay.
So I called him and I said, listen, you know that my picks are in exactly what I just told you. I don't know how the hell this happened, but you know my picks are in immediately after I put the lines in, and I don't care about winning this week. I don't want to be out for the season. Like, it's fun for me. I'm always in contention for the season. I want to be in for the season. Can I pick the late games? He said, you can pick whatever games you want. I trust you. I said, but it's not about you trusting me. It's about everybody else trusting me. But that's why I called him. And then I said, no one else is going to trust me if they see games appear that are already half over. So I'm just going to take the 5 late games, even though they weren't my games, and I'll take the Giants who are losing. That's what I said on the spot. Why did I call him? I answered you. Because I wanted to be, at that moment, I was so annoyed that I didn't have picks in.
I understand.
So
But you told me, you called him and said, it's not right for me to get him in, and he said, no, get him in.
No, that's not what I said. What I said is it's not right for me to take the 1 o'clock games. After the fact.
But you did.
I took one game where the Giants were losing.
Okay.
After the fact.
But you took.
After the fact, you're asking me now. After the fact, when you're not full of like emotion and annoyance about what happened.
I'm not annoyed. I got my picks in.
I'm talking about you. I'm explaining myself.
Yeah.
You asked me why did I call him if I knew that it was wrong. So I'm telling you. So I'm not that good of a person. When I first saw the email. And it was about halftime, and I looked, and I'm saying, this is not possible. Because I know what I do. The first thing I did is I went to see if Eddie's picks were in. Because if those weren't in, then maybe I did fuck up. Maybe somehow or other I forgot. I saw Eddie's picks were in, and I said, there's no possible way. I open up 2 windows side by side. So I look at all the games. I do the same routine every fucking week.
Except you do. What you're supposed to do is you make your picks, you save, and then what? And then what do you do after that?
Check that they go in.
You pick. You do view all picks, right?
Right, exactly. Exactly.
So you didn't do it. So
you're right.
So there's the answer.
I did not do that, and it is my fault. I got it, but I'm telling you, I looked at Eddie's picks, and then my immediate emotional reaction was, "This is ridiculous. I definitely got these picks in." Alan sent me this email, so I called him up. If you're asking me now, see, as opposed
then the Sorolniks were right when they said they got their picks in.
As opposed to
right?
As opposed to you and no, what do I really think happened? I told you what I really think happened. I must have hit save, and the thing was processing.
So you didn't check your picks?
Every once in a while, it doesn't go through, and I didn't check my picks, so it's my fault. But
so why would you call the guy and say, let me put my picks in?
Because at one point, I was in an emotional state of mind, and now that it's followed, afterwards, Alan emailed me later that day, right? And he said, people are complaining, so I might have to zero you out. I said, let me guess, it's Brooks and don't tell me, but it's Brooks and Alan. But either way, you can do what you have to do because it's not worth ruining your credibility or the credibility of the pool just for me to have my pick.
It wasn't just you. There was another guy that missed his
pick.
picks.
That's what I said to him. So why was I able to say that to him then and not at first? Because I'm an emotional person, and at first, when I saw what was going on, I was like, no fucking way. I always get my picks in. After thinking about it, I didn't fight with him about it. You didn't see any emails going back and forth from me like you saw this week. I said
you're no leg to stand on.
It doesn't matter. I had the same leg to stand. It doesn't matter. I didn't do it. Once I calmed down and I wasn't so upset, wasn't the initial shock that this happened. I said, fuck it, whatever. It's done, it's finished. There's nothing I can do about it. You got to do what's best for the pool and best for your reputation. Forget about me. And you're asking me now objectively when I'm not upset about it, and I'm telling you my honest opinion.
Okay.
We're going to differ on this, but my honest opinion is, at 2:30, I never should have put my picks in. Did I make a mistake by calling him? Yes, I called him because I got emotional. But did I make a mistake? Yes. Was it a mistake to put picks in altogether? Yes, I agree, 100%. It was. But I disagree with, even though there is a deadline, I disagree. I think that whether it's he as a friend running the pool or you and Brooks as a friend running the pool, knowing that I contribute to the pool and I have the same routine every week and something happens, if you caught me before kickoff, I don't think it's terrible that I'm an exception when I do what I do every week. And I enter the lines every week.
So basically what you're telling me is when I ran the whole pool, I should have been able to put picks in whenever I wanted.
Not whenever, just until 1 o'clock.
So basically,
but you shouldn't have done it on purpose.
What about
on purpose?
What if a quarterback all of a sudden he comes out 12:50, broke his arm?
Not on purpose.
What's not on purpose?
You should not have been able to change your picks or put your picks.
Who said changing my picks?
If once in 7 years something happened,
I would have never put myself in if it's 12:30.
There's a distinction though between me running the pool. I should be able to put my picks in whenever I want. That's not what
at 12:50.
I said once in 7 years, if you didn't have your picks in, there was some fuck up somewhere, and you took the liberty before kickoff.
I wouldn't.
But I'm telling you that I don't think that's a big deal, and I'm telling you that I'm telling
then
you.
why have a deadline?
Runs the pool,
why have a deadline? Why have a deadline?
Because it depends on, and I understand, but this is how life works, right? Why is it that friends of police officers get off of tickets? Why do they get badges? Why do you get to show a badge and not get a speeding ticket? Why? Why, if you get caught by a cop, are you going to flash your ex-court officer badge, or is Brooks going to flash his court officer badge? Why should he not get a ticket? Why should he not get a ticket?
Seth,
answer the question. Is Brooks going to flash that badge?
It's apples and oranges.
It's not apples and oranges.
Of course it is. When I ran the pool, I was just a participant in the pool. I didn't have any more or less. I didn't get into the pool for free. Was I in the pool for free?
Me a question.
Was I in the pool for free?
I'm not in the pool for free.
Right.
You're asking
no one's
me
in the
a question.
Pool for free.
I'm giving you an answer. I don't think this is a crazy answer.
It is.
Okay.
The bottom line
I
is
disagree with
a
you.
deadline.
Why is it not
crazy
for Brooks to get out of a speeding ticket? I am telling you. You asked me. Here is what it comes down to.
He would.
You
Here's the, he would.
me-
He would try, maybe, and if the guy said no, he would say, "Okay, what can I do?"
Ask me whether I should have my picks in at 2:30. The answer to that question, without the emotion of what the fuck just happened, absolutely not. I agree. And the moment Alan said people are arguing with me, I think I might have to zero them out. Is that okay? I said immediately, okay. It's not worth your credibility and not worth anyone challenging the credibility of the pool. I had an hour and a half to calm down by then. It was 4 o'clock or so, or 4:05, whatever it was, when he sent me that email. And at that point, I read it and I said, there's no question about it. I shouldn't have put picks in. Whatever happened, it doesn't matter. I'm telling you the truth. You see, the difference between you and me is I'm able to draw distinctions and tell you the truth. I made a mistake. I was emotional about it. I shouldn't have put the picks in at 2:30. The right thing was to not. The right thing was to have them zeroed out. They got zeroed out. End of story. It's finished. But I still disagree with you about the other thing. And it's not, you can say, if you have an advantage, I should not be granted this advantage every week.
Ever.
Hold on, I'm sorry.
Ever. All right, so I had enough. I'm tired. You made your case. I disagree.